Okay, so we're just going to run through the system. So we have our valves. These are all currently open, so they're all across the line. This one, the blade is down the back here, so the blade is where the close sign is, so open. Now just quickly down the back here we have our backwash line, or waste line, that's coming out of the back of the filter head here. When you're doing backwashing, vacuum to waste, or anything else where the filtration is not on filter, you have to open this valve here. So currently it's leaking, which saves us having to change the MPV or multi-port valve. Whenever we're doing backwashing, or if we're unsure, simply unplug the solar controller and the pull pump out from underneath the chlorinator. That will completely turn the whole system off, so that means no water moving. Depending on how confident you are, what I would do is plug the pull pump power directly into a power source. That way we've got ultimate control. So throughout the line we've got a couple of check valves. We've got one up the top here, which the water is going this way, and then that's open currently, so we can see the black flat. We also have another one down over here, so that also gives us an indication that the water is flowing throughout the system. So this is our two heat pump valve setup. So if we want to turn the heat pump on, or gas heater, sorry, what we'll do is we'll fully close this section through here, so it gives it full flow through to the gas heater. That will turn the pressure switch on in the gas heater. Once we plug the gas heater into power, the gas heater will turn on. So if it doesn't have full flow, it won't work. So I'm just going to return these back to their gas heater closed position. So that is currently fully closed to gas heater. So on the line here, so we're going from pump into filter, out of filter, and then we return down here on our return line manifold. So again, we've got our gas heater. We have a non-return, so that when the solar turns off, it doesn't, no air with that pressure through the gas heater, turning the gas heater on. Then we have our solar valves over here. One is fully open this side. One is partially closed to apply back pressure to the solar. Following on from there, we will go into the sensors, so our pH and ORP sensors, into our chlorinator where we chlorinate, acid dosing, and then we're returning back to the pool. On our chlorinator, important to remember the solar controller and pool pump are plugged in together. What that means is when pool pump is on and operational, water is flowing and available, turn on solar controller. If solar controller is on, then control solar pump, which is plugged in the bottom here. So on the controller, up arrow for 3 seconds will give us our roof temp. Pool's currently 28, roof is 40. Set temp up and down, so the once we have a 6-degree differential in temperature, the solar controller will turn on the solar pump. Once we reach set temp, the solar controller will turn off the solar pump. Manual is a fast light, so it means an alert, so it means indicates something's wrong, so we always turn it back to auto. At the end of the swimming season, we simply press and hold the on-off button for 10 seconds, which will put us into winter mode. That'll bring a W up on the display. That will run the solar for 10 minutes every day while in winter mode. We set winter mode at midday, that's the warmest part of the day, so then we know we're cycling through warm water. When we want to exit winter mode, we simply press the on-off button and back to auto. The swim jets are on their own power switch, so they'll turn off and on accordingly. We do have our valves down the back here open, and our 2 intake valves, which are also currently open. Any questions, give Justin a call, 021-0233-2600, or drop me an email, justin@sunbather.co.nz. And just quickly, we have our acid bin with our exhaust running out of the back of the hole vent through the back there. Make sure this is always closed. Make sure our water is always full, half or full. That's our 50-50 blend of hydrochloric acid and water. We have our acid dosing feeder over here, which will take water out of the feeder, send it up to the acid line over here. If we need to prime the acid line, let's say we've run out of hydrochloric acid and we need to prime that, so we'll jump in here on our Halo chlorinator. We'll click the service menu. We're going to go to maintenance, manual acid prime pump. So what happens is it'll turn everything off. We can see or hear it's priming, and then it'll pull the acid through the line. So if we find that there's no acid in the line, because we've run an empty bin, we just make sure we are dosing. So this is a manual acid prime pump sequence. So we'll cancel that. Every 2 weeks, what we want to do is go and get a pull balance. So we want to continuously calibrate the ORP sensor and the pH here as well. Our ORP is currently set to 680. That will deal with the sanitization. Our set point on our pH is 7.4. So if we want to calibrate these two, we go into maintenance, calibrate sensors, and we can calibrate the pH and ORP. According to what our water sample will give us, we will then run the sensor calibration and then adjust these sensors accordingly to what the pour reading is. Important to note, the chlorinator will not chlorinate if our salt level, our mineral level is below 3,500 parts per million. So that's roughly 19 bags to fill the pool, and then we basically want to maintain that salinity above 3,500 parts per million. And the acid pH balance will not balance if we have no available acid to balance the acid in the pool, and the alkalinity level is not balanced. So if alkalinity goes out or we get too much organic matter, the pH balance will be thrown out. So they're just a couple of critical key things to remember. Let's run one timer. We just want to run one. We'll run it in summer mode. And auto. On all auto, we'll be running the complete pool line.